For years, the Tu-160 Blackjack remained Russia's crown jewel, a rare, nuclear-capable bomber built for deterrence, not day-to-day warfare. But everything changed in June 2025. Following one of the most devastating Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian strategic bombers, Moscow struck back with precision, fury, and symbolism. It wasn't just a military response, it was a statement. For the first time in history, the Tu-160 roared into combat. Why now? And what does it mean for the future of this war? Let's break it down. The first week of June 2025 marked a seismic shift in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. On June 6th, Russia made the dramatic decision to deploy its rarest and most advanced strategic bomber, the Tu-160M Blackjack, into actual combat for the first time. This wasn't a test flight or a show of force. It was a full-blown operational mission, launching cruise missiles at Ukrainian targets. The timing? No coincidence. Quick reminder to 1st June when Ukraine executed one of its boldest strikes yet. Under the operation named Spiderweb, Ukrainian forces launched a series of long-range drone attacks across Russian territory. These weren't symbolic hits. This was strategic sabotage. Their targets: deep inland air bases like Balaya near Irkutsk and Olenya in the remote Murmansk region. Using truck-launched drones, Ukrainian forces managed to destroy or disable around 40 Russian aircraft. Among them were Tu-22 Backfire and Tu-95 Bear bombers, pillars of Russia's long-range strike capability. Germany's military later assessed that around 10% of Russia's strategic bomber fleet had been neutralized in just one operation. US intelligence painted an even grimmer picture. Up to 20 bombers struck, with at least 10 confirmed destroyed. For Russia, this was not only a military setback, it was a humiliation. And don't expect Russia to just do nothing. Then, enter the Tu-160M. On June 6th, just 5 days after the drone assault, 2 Tu-160s took off as part of a retaliatory wave. Alongside a bomber formation, they launched a total of 36 Kh-101 cruise missiles aimed at Ukrainian military infrastructure. While the full damage assessment remains classified, one thing is clear. This was Russia's way of proving that it still held escalation dominance, even after taking a serious blow. Deploying the Tu-160 sent two messages. First, that Russia could bounce back rapidly from strategic losses, and second, that it was willing to burn its most powerful card, not in nuclear war, but in conventional retaliation. The message was loud, and the world was listening. So, what exactly is the Tu-160M? And why does its entrance into the battlefield matter so much? The Tu-160M is not just another heavy bomber. It is the fastest, most powerful operational bomber in the world today, a marvel of Soviet-era design fused with 21st century upgrades. Let's start with performance. The Tu-160M can fly at speeds over Mach 2. That's more than 2,200 kilometers per hour. With a combat radius of 12,000 kilometers without refueling, this bomber can reach any theater of war on the planet and return home. Its variable sweep wing design allows it to operate efficiently at both subsonic and supersonic speeds, giving it unmatched versatility. And when it comes to payload, this flying behemoth can carry up to 40 tons of ordnance internally. That includes nuclear or conventional Kh-101 cruise missiles, all stored inside the fuselage to reduce radar cross-section and maintain aerodynamic stability. But the real evolution lies in its 2025 upgrades. The new Tu-160M variant comes with a fully digital cockpit, a glass cockpit layout that streamlines avionics and data processing. It features stealth coding enhancements, an advanced electronic warfare suite capable of jamming enemy radars, and upgraded NK3202 turbofan engines, delivering 10% more thrust than their predecessors. Protection hasn't been ignored either. The crew sits inside an armored cockpit, and the aircraft is equipped with flare and chaff dispensers to mislead incoming missiles. Altogether, the Tu-160M isn't just a bomber. It's a high-speed missile platform designed to enter contested airspace, unleash destruction from a distance, and leave before anyone can react. And that's exactly what Russia did. When the Tu-160 took flight over Ukraine in June 2025, it wasn't just about military necessity. It was a strategic play designed to achieve multiple goals at once. First, there was the practical dimension. The Tu-95 bombers had taken a hit from Ukraine's drones. With nearly a dozen out of action, Russia needed a platform to maintain its long-range strike tempo. The Tu-160 stepped in, not just to fill the gap, but to elevate the operation to a whole new level. Each Tu-160 can carry up to 12 Kh-101 cruise missiles, each with a range of over 7,000 kilometers. That means these bombers can launch from deep within Russian territory and still strike any target in Ukraine without ever coming close to contested airspace. For Ukraine, this presents a nightmare scenario. Their air defense systems, which were already stretched thin by constant missile and drone attacks, now face a new threat from altitudes and distances they can barely touch. Every time a Tu-160 takes off, it doesn't just represent one target. It represents the potential for a dozen incoming missiles, each precise, each deadly, and each harder to intercept. This is the missile truck doctrine in action. Fewer aircraft, more firepower. A single Tu-160 can overwhelm defensive systems that would normally require dozens of drones or older aircraft to do the same damage. But beyond the tactical logic lies the strategic symbolism. In the end, by deploying the Tu-160, a bomber previously reserved for nuclear deterrence, Russia is escalating the psychological and political stakes of the conflict. It's a way of telling Kyiv, NATO, and the wider world that they're not just back, they're back with their best plan. So, we have reached the end of our topic today. Thanks for watching.